IFA kicks off on August 31st and goes on until September 5th. And for those who may not know what IFA is basically Europe's CES. Big companies like Logitech, Razer, Sennheiser, Sony, Skullcandy, Bang & Olufsen, DJI, and many more are going to be there. So here are my list of predictions as to what products we're going to see announced at IFA this year, and hopefully these are the products we have to look forward to this holiday season. First, let's start off with headphones. It's rumored that Apple's going to be releasing a new pair of premium headphones that are going to be slotted above the Beats Studio 3s. And if other companies want to stay competitive, we're probably going to see new products from them as well. Personally, I'm really excited for Sennheiser because I'm willing to bet we're going to see a follow-up to their PXC 550 headphones, because those headphones are a little over 2 years old now. Even though Bose isn't listed as going to IFA this year, I'm willing to bet they're probably going to announce their new Bose QC40 or Bose QC45 headphones independently, because their current Bose QC35 Series 2 headphones are on sale for like $50 off at most retailers. And if you know anything about Bose headphones rarely go on sale. The last time I saw the Bose QC35s go on sale, it was shortly before the Bose QC35 Series 2 were released. And since the only difference between the Bose QC35 Series 2 and the original Bose QC35 is the addition of the Google Assistant button, if Bose wants to stay competitive, they're gonna have to release some substantially new hardware that performs better than their headphones do now. Now, even though Sony is going to IFA this year, I think it's highly unlikely that we're going to see the new Sony 1000XM3s, because the Sony 1000XM2s are just 1 year old now. And if you didn't know, the 1000XM2s were actually announced at IFA last year. I personally think it's more likely we're going to see a follow-up to the MDR XP950N ones. And if we do see a new version of the XP950N ones, I would like to see them be a little bit more low profile, have better battery life, and if they add Google Assistant and quick charging, that'll be nice. And speaking of bass-heavy headphones, Skullcandy is also going to be there. And I'm also willing to bet that we're going to see a follow-up to their Crusher headphones. So if everything plays out, we're going to see two new bass-heavy headphones. The XP950N ones, the new version of that, and the new Skullcandy Crusher 2, because the current Crushers are also a little over 2 years old now. And since we're on the topic of headphones, a whole bunch of other small headphone manufacturers are going to be at IFA. And I think it's a given that we're going to see a whole bunch of new sports wireless earbuds get announced at IFA. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of sports wireless earbuds. I still prefer to just use my Powerbeats because they just work all around better. But if we do see new sports wireless earbuds featuring Qualcomm's new chip that's supposed to improve battery life and Bluetooth connectivity, then I'll give these new headphones another try. Okay, but now let's move away from headphones and let's talk about something a little bit more interesting, DJI. If you didn't know, DJI actually had to cancel their event in New York in July last month because of some rumored problem with their Mavic 2. And since then, the Mavic 2 has just been leaked all over the place, and we basically know everything that there is to know. The only thing that we don't know is a release date and pricing. I think it's highly unlikely that we're going to see DJI announce their new Mavic 2 drones at IFA this year. I think they'll probably address the controversy, but the chances of seeing the new Mavic Pro 2 at IFA this year is slim to none. Okay, now moving on to the topic of speakers, companies like Soundbox and Harman are going to be at IFA this year. And if you didn't know, Harman is actually the parent company of JBL. I think the chances of seeing the new Charge 4 at IFA this year are 50-50. But if we do see the new Charge 4, what I want to see is them add a tweeter to the speaker and fast charging. I think those are the two features I would like most on the new Charge 4. Companies like Acer, Asus, Logitech, Corsair, and Razer are all going to be at IFA, and seeing new gaming peripherals is also a given. But staying on the topic of speakers, does anybody remember the Razer Nomo Pro? I mean, Razer made a big deal about it at CES last year, and they said that it would be released shortly after their Razer Nomo Chroma. And personally, I like the Razer Nomo Chroma. Those are the speakers I use in my setup right now. So I think it's highly likely that we are going to see Razer announce a ship date for their Razer Nomo Pro. Companies like Fitbit and Garmin are also going to be at IFA, and it's also a given that we're probably going to see new fitness trackers. But I think it's highly plausible that we're going to see the new Fitbit Charge 3. Since the Fitbit Versa has actually been doing pretty well, I would actually like to see them get the Versa and shrink it down to something more Charge 3 size. I think we're also going to see a resurgence of smartwatches in general. Since Google reamped their Wear OS, I'm expecting to see the market get flooded with a whole bunch of smartwatches again, like it was flooded 2 or 3 years ago. So these are the things I'm looking forward to from IFA this year. New headphones from Sennheiser, Sony, and Skullcandy, maybe new speakers from Soundbox and Harman, and probably new and better smartwatches from a whole bunch of different companies. And shortly after IFA, Apple's event is probably going to take place maybe 2 or 3 weeks after. Obviously, we're going to see the new iPhones, and I'm finally going to get an upgrade for this whole thing. But if Apple's going to be releasing one more thing at their iPhone event next month, aside from their premium ANC headphones and the AirPods 2, which have already been leaked, I think it's highly likely we're going to see them announce a cheaper smart speaker under their Beats brand. And if they decide to release the air-powered charging mat, that'd be pretty cool too. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit that like button and get subscribed. It helps out more than you realize. Support the channel by clicking on the links down below, and I'll catch you next time.